You've got what, maybe 5 seconds to grab someone's attention online? That's it. So in this explainer, we are going to break down the formula for the perfect hook. That one single sentence that makes people decide, yep, I'm staying for this. Let's dive in. Does this sound familiar? You spend hours, maybe even days, creating something awesome, only to look at the analytics and see a massive drop-off right at the start? Ugh, it's so frustrating. But here's the good news. It's totally fixable. And the fix all comes down to the promise you make in those first few seconds. So what even is a hook? Well, it's way more than just a clever opening line. You should think of it like a contract. It's a promise you're making to your audience about the value you are about to give them. If you deliver on that promise, they'll stick around. But if you break it, they're gone. It's really that simple. Now, crafting a hook that works might feel like some kind of mysterious art form, but it's really not. It's actually built on a surprisingly simple formula. It's not magic, it's just a solid structure. So let's break that structure down right now. Okay, first up, and this is probably the most important piece of the puzzle, the concrete result. You have to tell your viewer exactly what they will be able to do or what they will know by the time you're done. No vague ideas here. It needs to be a real, tangible outcome. Next up, you need a clear method. So you've told them what they're going to get. Now you have to tell them how you're going to get them there. Is it a 3-step plan, a simple checklist, 2 common mistakes to avoid? Defining the method makes your promise feel way more credible and, actually achievable. And the final piece that ties it all together is the time frame. This is all about managing expectations. By telling them it'll take 60 seconds or just 5 minutes, you remove that uncertainty. You make it super easy for them to decide to commit their time. So let's put it all together and see how this formula works in the real world. Check this out. In 5 minutes, boom, that's our time frame. You'll learn 2 tests, there's our clear method, to choose the best title, and that is our concrete result. See, it's simple, it's powerful, and it checks all 3 boxes. All right, now that we've got the core formula down, let's look at a few different ways you can actually use it. There are 3 proven styles or types of hooks that you can pull from depending on what you're talking about. Think of these as your creative toolkit for grabbing attention. We're going to walk through 3 really powerful approaches. First, solving an urgent problem. Then, promising a concrete result. And finally, busting a surprising myth. Let's kick things off with that first one. First on the list is the urgent problem hook. This one is so effective because it taps directly into a pain point that your viewer is probably feeling right now. You're basically saying, hey, I see you're struggling with this thing, and I've got the answer. I mean, just listen to this example. If your episodes aren't retaining viewers, I'll show you how to fix it in the next 3 minutes. It hits on a very specific frustration, losing viewers, and promises a fast solution. If you're a creator dealing with that exact problem, you feel seen, and bam, you're hooked. The second type is what we call the concrete result hook. This one is all about getting straight to the point. No fluff, no messing around. It just promises a clear, tangible outcome. It is perfect for an audience that just wants to know exactly what they're going to get out of this. And finally, we've got the surprising myth hook. This one is all about sparking curiosity. You challenge a belief that most people hold to be true, or you reveal something really unexpected. It creates this little information gap in their brain that just makes them go, wait, what? Everything I thought I knew is wrong? I have to find out more. Okay, let's say you've written a hook. How do you take it from just okay to absolutely irresistible? Well, the secret ingredient is specificity. Vague promises are weak promises. Let's look at how to make your language way more powerful. Just look at the difference here. It's night and day, right? Don't just say you'll improve something, promise to increase CTR by 20%. Instead of helping them understand a topic, promise they'll know exactly what to write. See what I mean? Specific numbers and clear actions make the promise feel real. Okay, here is a super simple but incredibly effective test. Just read your hook out loud. Seriously. Does it flow? Does it sound natural, or is it kind of clunky and long-winded? If it sounds awkward when you say it, it's going to sound even worse to your audience. A great hook should feel crisp and conversational. And if it's too long, you have to be ruthless and cut it down to its single most important benefit. Theory is great and all, but the real learning happens when you actually do the thing. So I've got a simple challenge for you to put everything we've just talked about into practice, like right now. Here's the plan. For your very next piece of content, I want you to write 3 different hooks, one for each of the types we covered: the urgent problem, the concrete result, and the surprising myth. then just pick the one that feels the clearest and most powerful. And finally, this is so important, make sure the first minute of your actual content delivers exactly on what that hook promised. So, before you finalize anything, just run your hook through this quick final checklist. Is there a clear result? Yep. Is it specific? Check. Does it sound good when you say it out loud? Uh-huh. And the biggest one of all, can you actually deliver on this promise? If you can say yes to all four, you have got a winner. So when you boil it all down, here's the big takeaway. Your hook is the absolute foundation of your content. It might just be the single most important sentence you write. So the only question left is, what powerful promise are you going to make to your audience next?